Hey, welcome to the what?
Hey,
Let's
look,
get
man.
into the next part of the show, man.
Did you know? Did you
What?
know that Marlon Chito Vera has finally earned his shot at fighting Sean O'Malley again?
Hey, man.
He earned his rematch with the dude
Last-
he didn't beat.
Last I know is somebody tore their ankle up.
He didn't beat
Or was
Sean
it his knee?
O'Malley.
Or was it his
Sean
knee?
O'Malley, who is 15-0.
Huh?
He's 15-0.
Self-proclaimed.
The one don't count.
It don't count
The
because
one
he came
don't count.
against the guy he given a rematch to.
And he needed to go out there and earn his way back to beat him again.
That is the most
What?
stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life, but I'm here for it. That's what I'm saying. I am here for it, though.
Is there some genius out here somewhere that is writing this stuff? They are writing the crazy stuff that these fighters say, the weird shit that Conor McGregor says from time to time, where you're just like, what? You ain't gonna beat Kamaru Usman. Just let it go. Or the weird shit that Sean O'Malley says, like, nah, man, I'm 15-0. Nah, homie, I'm looking at this one. I can see it. It's right here.
They got it on all the websites.
They got it on all the websites. They
on the
showing
UFC
it.
website too.
Ain't no little
you might not have it on
asterisk.
yours.
Nothing. Ain't nothing beside it. All I can see is a L. But you telling me you 15-0?
It should have a parenthesis that say, I broke my foot. And then
it do say co-main event elbow. It don't even say he broke his foot. It said lost elbows from guard. I got nothing, buddy. So 15-0 Sugar Sean O'Malley, who has a fight coming up against Pedro Munoz, which isn't a walk in the park.
It's a good fight. I just want to say something about Sean O'Malley right now. We are finally getting the fights that we would like to see from Sean. Hopefully he's getting the money that he deserves. But the way, who, and how Sean O'Malley fights is very intriguing. His size, his reach, his body type, the way he goes into the cage and puts himself out there and then also gives the crowd a show. I love it. And we're finally getting the fights where it's an opportunity for him to go up in that division. And if he ever becomes champion, we might have another star on our hands to the point where it's like must-see TV every time you see him. Because right now he has a following to the point where he's on the bottom end of a fight card. And when you hear his name, it's like, oh shit, I might tune in to that. I might tune in. Sean O'Malley fight. I might tune in. So I'm here for it. I understand exactly why he said what he said, because I feel like he was winning that fight if it wasn't for the unfortunate injury that he obtained inside the cage. But
was
here or there, I feel like he was. I feel like, it's my own opinion, I feel like he was winning the fight. I feel like he was outpointing him. I feel like he was doing some things that Chito couldn't get past or get through. I feel like his range was there to the point where if the fight would have went on a little bit more, Sean would have finally got his distance and put him away. I'm just from my point of view, from what I saw. But this rematch is what I'm here for, and I hopefully his ankles or his legs are a lot stronger than what they were in the past, and he doesn't have another unfortunate injury. But I'm here for it, man.
He been playing a lot of basketball.
That's the only thing I wish he wouldn't do, though. I'm glad the Suns got beat in the last round, so he don't have to pull out that stupid stunt of his fadeaway mid-round. That's the dumbest. That might be the dumbest celebration I have ever seen in my entire life. I'm just saying. That's just personal.
So look, let's look at the Marlon Chito Vera after this fight when he had to earn his way back. He fought. It say a green W beside his name on Sean O'Malley. I don't know why it says that. Then he lost to
red L.
Jose Aldo. Then he beat David Grant, Frankie Edgar, and Rob Font. Nothing to sneeze at, right? 3-fight win streak. So then you got Sugar Sean O'Malley, who lost to Marlon Vera. He beat Thomas Almeida. He beat Chris. I still don't know how to say his name. You know the one he hit him in the fist with his face a bunch of times. Chris
A lot of times.
Mortinho. I
He
don't know
got
how to
cut by
say
the
it.
UFC, man. He
I
got a
know,
contract. Man,
man.
cut, man.
I was hoping
Bullshit,
he would. Man, I'm with it. I was there. I was like, keep the hair green. Let's keep it going. Yeah, I know he got cut, and then he fought Pavwa. I know how to say his name. So
Who's
that's
the
a
top 10
3-fight.
opponent in the division? I'm just saying.
That's a 3-fight. Pedro Munoz ain't nothing to sneeze at. He's on a 4-fight
Pedro
skid,
Munoz
but Pedro
is
Munoz ain't
a
nothing to
G.
sneeze at. This is the one where we look and he gets this W and we go, okay,
Let's go. Let's
Okay.
do this.
okay.
Let's challenge the
He can
big
start.
heavy
He can
hitters.
start talking to your Dominic
Talk your
Cruz's,
stuff.
your Cody Garbrandt, your what's his bantamweight, Aljamain, all those guys. He can start talking to them now. We'll listen. We'll listen. Does he beat Marlon Vera? If
You
they
talking
fight,
about Sean O'Malley? Yeah, I think he runs through him.
you
I think
sure?
he'd be second. I think he'd be second or third. I think the first round would be close. I feel like Sean O'Malley outpoints him a couple times in the first round, gets a 10-9 round, but I feel like he puts him away in the second or third round. I'm just saying, personally, I haven't really seen anything from Chito that it's like, oh shoot, he gonna do this, he gonna do that. I haven't seen anything. He's a warrior. Chito is a warrior. Chito's an individual that's gonna come in and bring the fight. But for the most part, I feel like skill wise, Sean O'Malley is better skill wise than Chito Vera. That's just
Okay.
personal. That's just from my opinion, from what I've seen fights wise. Even though Sean O'Malley hasn't really fought the opponents we would like for him to fight, he has done what we expect him to do, is win those fights against those opponents in stylish fashion. That's what I'm saying about that.
15-0, baby. Hey, this. You know what pisses me off
What
About-
pisses you off?
about all of this, and we're gonna have to sit here and say some stuff like this. Like Sean O'Malley is on his way to achieving his stardom, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, he probably already has it.
So he can make money outside of the UFC, right?
True.
You
Yeah.
agree? Okay.
Yeah.
So then we shouldn't say things like, well, if he doesn't gas out this time.
No, we shouldn't.
Why
say
are we
that
saying
down
this
here.
about Sean O'Malley? Why are we saying this about Conor McGregor? These people that, he's gonna come into his own. All of his focus and his extra money should be in his nutrition, his diet, and his cardio, right?
Yeah.
This should be no question. So why is it not? I can get when these guys are first out here on the scene and they don't know what it takes to go out and perform the way they need to perform. But at this point, he's going to be talking to the point where I need this title shot. I'm not fighting unless I'm on the main card or I'm pulling out. Shit like that, right? We also shouldn't say in that same sentence, well, he did look like he was gassing against Chito Vera the last time he fought. So hopefully he gets that figured out. Now, he should have that figured out. I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all.
I mean, I feel you on what you're saying. I feel you. I just understand the stakes when they rise. Usually, the individual either they rise with the stakes or they fall. And I feel like Sean O'Malley's gonna rise with the stakes. Just saying.
If he doesn't gas,
I don't feel like he's gonna gas, man. I feel like here's the thing with certain opponents and individuals in your mind, you're saying this is an easy fight or it's an easier fight. So maybe not, you don't train as much as you need to on certain aspects of your game in order for you to not gas out. I feel like with Pedro Munoz, he's a fighter, top 10, an individual that can put you away, has skills, some of the same skills as you have. I feel like it's just one of those things where it's like, hey, my competition level is up. I gotta be A1 from day one, bars. But look though,
hey, listen, I
he
disagree.
gonna come in good shape, man. I'm just saying.
I 100% disagree with that. I don't. The psychology, whenever fighters have that psychology, I believe is 100% wrong, and I think it's sometimes false to think about. If you ran into this fight where you're supposed to win, Sometimes I feel like you train harder. Because think about it. You go into this fight that nobody thinks you are going to lose, right?
Yeah.
That's more pressure than going into a fight you ain't supposed to win. You can find so many more reasons not to train hard going into a fight that you ain't supposed to win than you can going into a fight that everybody thinks that you supposed to wash this dude. You go out there and get slept by a dude you supposed to wash. They gonna be throwing up headlines like Evander Holyfield's son. You see that when he got flatlined by the I don't even know my man's name.
I don't feel like Evander Holyfield's son is big enough where like everybody knows that he got flatlined. So I understand where you come from with that aspect.
That was everywhere.
I understand this though. We got an example out there right now who is, well, he's not a champion per se. It's got stripped because he didn't make weight. Charles Oliveira.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from his journey, you can follow his journey. He was a man that when he was coming through the ranks of the UFC, they labeled him a quitter. He quit, and he actually quit in the cage. He gassed out. Then all of a sudden, something switched. Something turned on. In his mind, he had that thing or that it that just says, "I'm never quitting again." And he started running through his opponents. That same thing can happen for anybody, but who knows who has that mindset and who doesn't?
Do you think Sean O'Malley has that mindset?
I feel like he does, man.
I don't see it.
I feel like he understands the fact of the matter of making money is to staying on top and winning. And if you're not winning, you're not making any money. That's the whole thing.
I hope there's somebody behind him that has the fight IQ that they are handing it to him, though.
True.
They had to be feeding him this fight IQ. There has to be some genius behind him that's feeding him that. Damn all the money, you still got to go do your thing. You ready to move on to the